boy Kylo back at it again with another beat. And for today, we'll be looking at beat number 25.
Alright guys, so yeah, this is the layout for B25, Little Johnny with the Draco. So yeah, as you can see, not that many instruments, but it sounds like there's a lot. And yeah, for this one, I'm kind of going for like a more like a trap type of song, but just playing around with some of the other instruments and loops. So yeah, let me go ahead and start out with our main one. Got our dub smash in there, so let's go ahead and bring up that one first. And as you can see, we got our kicks. And yeah, when I was playing around with the kicks, I was kind of just trying out different ways I can have that kick play, and I thought this sounded pretty good, having that and then just stop, and then stop, and then like I really think that kind of sounds kind of cool, somewhat unique. I'm pretty sure I could play around with that some more and make even crazier different kicks on that. But I thought that sounded good. Kind of giving that urgency, like, oh shoot, what's about to happen? You hit them first with them kicks, and then you stop, hit them, stop, hit them, stop, hit them, stop. I think that kind of sounds good for a trap. At least that's what I would do. If I'm kind of going for a different sound on my trap song. Now next we got our vibes and bass, and let me go ahead and play that for you guys. As you can see, this is just played twice every bar, kind of just giving a different sound to contrast the kick. So the kicks, the main part is just heavy, and then you got your doom, 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 kind of playing too. Just giving you a different sound. All right, so we got those played. Next, I was playing around with different loops, and I came across this one here, and I thought that sounded pretty good. Now, when I played that with this, you see, it gives you that constant oomph. It gives you that constant bass, and it just matches perfectly because once I stop the kicks, this part kind of gets higher, and then when the kicks start back, it gets kind of lower a bit, and then once the kicks stop again, it gets kind of louder. So you can hear the pauses of each part, but it still feels like it's like one full sound, which I think sounded great. So I was playing around with the loops again, and I came across this one here. Let me bring that one up. This bell ringer. See, give you that oomph. Give it like with the bells on that. I love me some bells, so I definitely had to add some bells. And I think these bells fit well with not just the kicks, but it also fits perfectly with the this part here, the ambition beat. See how that sounds? And then when you add in all those together, you got something like this. That constant, you got your constant, your dub smash, and my ambition beat giving that pretty much giving that fire, and then you got the vibes and bass and the bells, kind of giving you that more elegant sound, kind of just contrasting with each other. I think sounded pretty good. Now next, let's go ahead and play our flute, because I definitely got to add in some flutes in my songs, and as you can see, nothing complicated. Playing around with different songs and different instruments and different sounds, and came across this one here, the sound. And then from there, I kind of just decided to go down lower each bar, so you would have that constant. Which is kind of giving each 4 bars like its own little story. again, which fits perfectly with the bells and also the vibes and bass, but also contrasted perfectly with the other sounds. And lastly, we got the piano. You can't go wrong with a good piano. Let's go ahead and play that one. As you can see, nothing complicated on this one either. As you can see, I'm kind of just playing around with different sounds for this, and having that little intro with that note there right above the C5 sounded great. And again, it kind of gives you that more elegant type of sound, more softer sound that contrasts, I think, very greatly with the dub smash or the ambition beat, giving you that more oomph chap type of sound. So yeah, guys, this a little behind the scenes of the beat number 25, Little Johnny with the Draco. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a full beat, but before that, if you haven't already, you should definitely hit that like button and subscribe, and I hope that all of you have a great day today. Cheers.